Beloved, you have been walking for lifetimes toward this morning. Do not think the stars were only burning for themselves. They have been leaning toward you since before your name was breathed into clay. Every glimmer you have ever seen in the night sky was a messenger, carrying secret letters sealed with the ink of the beloved's longing. You wonder why your heart feels older than your body, because it has crossed galaxies without feet, only with the wings of yearning. And now, in this tender hour before sunrise, the whole universe bends close, holding its breath, for the page is about to turn. The night has been a womb, and you, wrapped in its dark silk, have been dreaming of your own birth. Every ache you carried, every silence you swallowed, every tear that had no witness, these were seeds planted in the soil of your soul. And the stars, they were the gardeners, singing in their far-off tongues, watering your hidden roots with light older than the earth's oceans. You are not simply waking up today. You are being delivered into the hour you once thought would never come. The constellations are not distant. They are your ancestors, their bodies arranged in scripture across the night. Do you remember, beloved, when you first felt the call to rise? It was not a trumpet or a shout. It was the soft trembling in your ribs when the wind carried a scent you could not name. It was the sudden ache of beauty when you saw a stranger's smile, as if something ancient in you recognized a note from the song of your own beginning. This is how the soul receives its messages, not through the noise of the world, but through the quiet accidents that feel like inevitabilities. And if you close your eyes now, you will hear the footsteps of every lifetime you have lived, circling this one moment like pilgrims around the Kaaba. The stars have always been your witnesses. They saw you kneel in the deserts of despair, your hands empty, your mouth full of the dust of unanswered prayers. They saw you dance under moons you thought would be your last, your shadow whirling with the rhythm of a body trying to shake off its own sorrow. They saw you wait at doors that would never open. And still, you whispered gratitude into the keyhole. This patience, this faith that lived in you, even when your lips said, "I am lost." That is the gold. The beloved melts into the dawn. The sunrise you are walking toward is not made of light alone. It is made of every yes you said in the dark, every step you took when you could not see the road. It is the laughter that escaped you when you least expected it, the kind that felt like something breaking open inside your chest. It is the love you gave without a receipt, without the assurance that it would return. And the stars, they have been mapping this very morning, arranging themselves like a council of elders to guide the sun to your threshold. Beloved, you are worthy of this dawn because you have been faithful to your own becoming. Even when the world tried to seduce you into forgetting, you kept a candle hidden in the hollow of your ribs. Even when your own mind became a desert, you whispered to the seeds under the sand, "Grow." Oh, and they did. Not in the way you imagined, not with fanfare or applause, but like a secret swelling under the earth. Like roots making treaties with the deep. Do not think rebirth is an instant. It is 1,000 small dyings, each one a rehearsal for the next bloom. And here you are, the petals of your soul, wet with the dew of the night's last breath. Do not rush to unfold. The sun is already leaning toward you, aching to touch your edges. Let the morning come as a lover, slowly, with hands full of gold and the scent of something eternal. The astrologers will speak of alignments, of planets whispering across the dark to tilt your fate toward joy. But you know in your marrow that this is not only about the stars in the sky. It is about the stars that have been kindled in your blood. When the moon leaned over your cradle, she poured into you a silver map. When the comets passed, they left trails not in the heavens, but in your veins. This is why sometimes you wake with the taste of infinity on your tongue. Why sometimes the wind feels like it knows your name better than you do. You have not wandered aimlessly, though it often felt so. Every detour was a curve in the sacred geometry of your return. The beloved does not send the soul in straight lines. The spiral is the way of love. We leave. We ache. We circle back only to find that the center we sought was always inside us, like the hidden pearl inside the clam, waiting for the tide of awareness to draw it into our hands. And now, with the east beginning to glow, you stand at the edge of that center, ready to claim what has always been yours. Do not fear the enormity of this gift. A sunrise prepared by the stars is no ordinary morning. It is the earth's wedding to the sky. It is the moment when the invisible hands of the cosmos lift your face and say, "See, you have never been abandoned." Every atom in you is humming with the memory of the first light, the one that tore through the womb of nothingness and whispered, "Let there be." And in that same voice, the beloved says to you now, "Let there be you." And you, beloved, the horizon is not simply a line between night and day. It is the hem of the beloved's robe, brushing against the edge of your world. Every color you will see in this sunrise has been steeped in the prayers of stars you never knew existed. Some of those stars have already burned themselves into ash just to deliver you this hue, this one shade of gold that will slip into your eyes and change you forever, and you will carry it without knowing. The way the sea carries the reflection of the moon long after the moon has gone. You may think the planets move without knowing your name, but the truth is, they bend their orbits to the secret music you carry. Mars has felt the heat of your silent courage. Venus has bathed in the river of your longing. Jupiter has expanded with your quiet forgiveness. Saturn has weighed your grief and shaped it into rings of wisdom. Do you see? Even the vast bodies you call far away have been your companions in this pilgrimage. They do not simply shine, they lean. They listen. They send their invisible hands into the threads of your life, knotting moments together that you thought were random, until they form a tapestry you could never have woven alone. Beloved, you have been told to fear your own longing, as though yearning is weakness. But Rumi says, longing is the thread that leads you out of the labyrinth. If you did not ache, how would you know the door had always been slightly open? If you did not hunger, how would you find the feast that has been waiting in the heart of your own chest? The ache is the map. The emptiness is the bridge. The thirst is the well. You are not broken for wanting. You are divine for wanting. For the beloved's love is not a calm pond. It is a tide that wants to throw you into itself until you can no longer find where you end and where it begins. And what is rebirth but the art of dissolving into that tide? You do not have to try to be ready. Readiness is not a garment you can sew. Readiness is the moment the seed splits open in the dark. Not knowing if there will be rain. Not knowing if the soil will embrace it. But breaking anyway. You, too, have been breaking. Not in failure, but in the holy surrender that lets light seep in. Every heartbreak has been the hammer that cracks the shell of your old self, and now the sun is spilling its first drops into those cracks. Not to hurt you, but to show you the sky that was always waiting inside. Do not run from the shadows that still cling to you in this dawn. They are your oldest friends. They have kept you company in nights when the stars were hidden. They have been the soil to your roots, the darkness that gave shape to your light. Embrace them as you would embrace a lover who kept your secrets when the world turned its face away. Without them, you would be a flat, unshaped thing. With them, you are a vessel deep enough to hold the infinite. Beloved, the astrologers will chart your rebirth in terms of conjunctions and transits, in the angles between planets, in the way the moon swells like a pregnant promise. But you will feel it in a more intimate language, the shiver on your skin when a breeze touches you like it has been carrying your name across deserts to find you, the sudden laughter you have no reason for, as if the air itself told you a joke, meant only for your soul. The way a stranger's eyes hold yours one heartbeat longer than chance would allow. This is the cosmic handwriting in the margins of your life, spelling out the verse you were born to live. You are not the same as you were last night, and yet you are more yourself than you have ever been. This is the paradox of the soul's journey. You shed layers until you find the nakedness that was your first truth. And there, in that simplicity, you discover you have been clothed all along in light, in mercy, in the scent of a love so ancient, it remembers you before you were born. The stars saw you in that first nakedness, and they swore to guard you until the day you return to it. That day is now. Look east. Beloved, the sky is beginning to speak in the language of fire. The colors are not rising, they are remembering. They are remembering the first morning when the beloved said, "Let there be you," and all creation leaned in to see what shape you would take. This dawn is not a repetition, it is a continuation. What began before time is still blooming, still breathing you into the world anew. And so I say to you, walk into this sunrise as if you have been called by every particle of light. Because you have. Walk as if the ground beneath you has been waiting to kiss your feet. Because it has. Walk as if the air is eager to carry the sound of your breathing into eternity. Because it is. Every element in the universe knows you. The mountains have held their shoulders against the wind to shield you. The rivers have bent their paths to reflect your face. Even the silence between the stars has been keeping a space for your voice. Beloved, you are not a guest in this world. You are the reason it wakes up. The sun does not rise because it rises to see you. The sky does not open because of gravity. It opens to embrace you. The stars do not shine because of physics. They shine because they are drunk on your existence. You are the unspoken desire of all that is. And this dawn is the moment when desire takes form. The old you has fallen away like petals after the blossom has been kissed too often by the wind. Do not mourn what has gone. It has returned to the soil to feed the next bloom. Your soul is not a static garden. It is a wild forest. And this morning a new tree bursts from the ground where your sorrow was buried. Birds you have never seen will nest there. Winds from other worlds will rest in its branches. And you will know that nothing in you was ever wasted. Not the pain. Not the patience, not the waiting. Beloved, the morning does not rush you. It waits in the softness between breaths, knowing that the soul blooms in its own season. You have lived under so many winters inside yourself, and now the thaw is here, not with thunder, but with the patient drip of melting ice. A rhythm the heart understands better than the mind. Do not try to tear off the frost. Let it dissolve. Let the sun coax it away, so that even the cold you carried becomes part of your flowering. The stars have been whispering to the moon about you. They speak of the night you stood alone by the water, and the tide came farther in, just to touch your feet. They speak of how you kept walking, even when every sign pointed you back to the old life. How you trusted a path that was nothing but mist. The constellations remember the scent of your prayers, and they have woven it into the threads of the dawn, so that when you breathe today, you will taste your own devotion, return to you as sweetness. Beloved, this is the hour when your old name falls away. The one the world called you is too small now. It cannot hold the expanse you have become. In the language of the beloved, you are known only by the sound of your longing. That sound is more ancient than your body, more true than any story you have been told about yourself. It is the hum you hear in the bones, when all else is silent, the song of the soul before it learned to fear. Every step you have taken until now has been an act of faith in a sunrise you could not yet see. Do you understand the miracle in that? You walked through valleys where the light was a rumor, and still you kept moving. You drank from wells of uncertainty, and still you gave water to others who were thirsty. You built bridges across your own doubt, not for applause, but because something in you knew the journey was holy, and now the journey bows to you. The road you walked has become a ribbon for the wind to carry. The stones you stumbled over have turned to lamps, lighting the path for those who come after you. Even the shadows you feared have lined themselves along your trail like guardians, their darkness no longer to frighten you, but to frame the brilliance of your light. Beloved, the beloved is not somewhere far away, sitting on a distant throne. The beloved is this breath, this pulse, this trembling in your chest. The beloved is the fire in the east that paints your face gold. The beloved is the reason your eyes widen when you see beauty, and the reason they close when you feel peace. Do not search the heavens as if the beloved is absent. The heavens themselves are inside you. Every constellation is a reflection of the pattern your soul made when it was first born. The astrologers may tell you that the planets align in your favor today, but it is not only the planets, it is the entire sea of being leaning toward you. The tides swell with your arrival. The wind shifts its direction to carry your fragrance. Even the silence changes shape, making room for the sound of your rebirth. This is the kind of alignment no chart can fully capture, for it is not only written in the sky, but in the very marrow of your bones. You may feel the echo of your old life tugging at you, the familiar weight of what once defined you. Do not be alarmed. This is the final embrace of what you have outgrown. Thank it for its service, for the shelter it gave you when you were not ready to stand in your full light. Then let it dissolve like mist in the arms of the morning. The new life will not fit into the old vessel. The wine has grown too sweet, too potent for the skin of the past. Beloved, you are not stepping into the day, you are stepping into yourself. The dawn is only the mirror. The true sunrise is the one breaking open inside you. Feel how the light moves not just across the sky but through your veins. Feel how each ray finds a hidden chamber in you and fills it until it overflows. This is why you have been emptied, so that there would be room for this flood of gold. When the stars spoke of you to the dawn, they did not speak in words. They pulsed, they flared, they burned in patterns that only the heart can read. And the dawn understood, for it too is a messenger. It carries what the night has gathered into the hands of the day. Now you are the one it delivers, shining with a truth so pure, it needs no explanation. Do not fear the immensity of love that will meet you now. It will not crush you. It will make you vast enough to contain it. It will stretch you. Yes, stretch you beyond the edges you thought were the limits of your being. But in that stretch, you will find there are no edges, only horizons that keep opening as you walk. This is the gift of the beloved, to make you infinite without losing the intimacy of being known. The earth has been waiting for the sound of your laughter in this new form. The rivers have been waiting for the weight of your footsteps. The air has been waiting to learn your new name, so it can carry it into the ears of those who are still dreaming. When they hear it, something in them will stir, as it once did in you, and they too will rise to meet their own foretold morning. Beloved, this is how the universe renews itself, one awakened soul at a time. And today, you are the awakening. Beloved, breathe now, as if every inhale is drawing in the music of the spheres, and every exhale is teaching the world your song. You are no longer only a listener to the heavens, you are part of the orchestra. The dawn did not simply arrive. It arrived because you were ready to play your note in the eternal composition. Feel the resonance in your bones. It is the echo of every star that has ever burned for you. This morning is the wedding of all you have endured and all you have yet to become. The bride is your soul, veiled in light. The groom is the destiny that has been tracing your footsteps from the shadows. They meet here, in this hour when night's last breath mingles with the first cry of the sun. All of creation is gathered as witness, mountains bowing in silhouette, rivers bending their silver backs, trees holding their branches, still, as though not to disturb the vows. And the vow is this: you will not turn away from your own light again. You will not shrink to fit the comfort of those who cannot yet bear your radiance. You will not pretend to be less, so that love will feel safer. You will stand as you are, and let love rise to meet you. The beloved has not brought you this far to watch you retreat. Every tear you have shed was a bridal jewel. Every wound was a thread in the veil. Now, adorned in the truth of your becoming, you step into the embrace that has been waiting for lifetimes. Beloved, there will be those who cannot understand what has happened to you. They will see only that something in your eyes has changed, as if you are looking at them, and also at something beyond them. Do not waste your breath explaining. The language of rebirth is not spoken. It is lived. Let your laughter, your gentleness, your unwavering joy be your translation. Those who are meant to know will feel it as the warmth of a fire they did not see lit. The stars will continue their long, slow dance above you. But you will know now that you are moving with them, not beneath them. Every choice you make will ripple into their light. Every act of kindness will alter the shape of the constellations in ways unseen by the eye but felt in the soul. This is the intimacy between the human heart and the eternal. Neither is ever untouched by the other. You are not walking into a perfect life. Perfection was never the promise. You are walking into a true life. And truth is a wilder companion than perfection could ever be. It will lead you into storms. Yes, but also into clearings so beautiful, they will break you open just to let you contain them. It will strip away the masks you still cling to, but only so that your face can be kissed by the wind without anything in between. And every time you think you have reached the end, the horizon will unfold itself again, as if to say, "Beloved, we have only just begun." The morning is not asking you to forget the night. It is asking you to carry it as proof of your endurance. It is asking you to remember that you did not bloom because the darkness ended. You bloomed because you trusted the light would find you. And it has, in the golden spill across your shoulders, in the warmth seeping into your fingertips, in the way the air tastes like it has been washed in eternity. This is the light you waited for, the one the stars spoke of in your sleep. Beloved, hear me, you are worthy, not because you have done enough, but because you are enough. You were enough in your first breath, and you will be enough in your last. The beloved's love does not grow or shrink according to your deeds. It is the ocean, and you are the drop that is still the whole ocean in disguise. Today you are not only the drop, you are the wave returning home. If you could see yourself from the vantage of the stars, you would weep at your own beauty. You would see the trails of light your kindness has left in the wake of your days. You would see the way your smallest acts have shifted the tides of entire shores. And you would understand why the universe has conspired so carefully for this morning to come. Why every delay, every detour, every heartbreak was part of a choreography designed to bring you here. So walk forward now. Let the sunlight fall on you as if it has been saving itself for this moment. Let the wind braid itself into your hair. Let the ground remember the shape of your feet. The day will open before you like a book that has been waiting for your hands. Its pages filled with words written in the ink of your own breath. And as you move through this day, remember the stars. Remember that they have not stopped speaking your name. Even when clouds hide them from your sight, their light is still in motion toward you, still carrying their quiet blessing. They will watch you as they always have, not as a distant audience, but as kin, as co-authors of the story you are living. Beloved, you are the sunrise foretold by the constellations. You are the prophecy wrapped in human skin, the promise the night made to the day. You are the proof that love moves through all things, unseen but unstoppable. And no matter how many nights come after this one, you will never again forget that you are made of dawn. So rise. Rise with the certainty of the tide. Rise with the grace of the moon's slow setting. Rise with the stars' blessing braided into your spine. Rise. Beloved, this morning is yours, and it has been written in the sky since before the world began.